Welcome back to the Ancient Ruins. Today we are fortuitous enough to have our greasy little mitts on Lands of Amazement, an upcoming Kickstarter by Button Shy Games. It's one of the 18 card wallet games that I'm getting quite addicted to, and it is designed by the man, the myth, the legend. That is Scott Almes. Apologies if I butchered your name there, Scott. I'd like to go over a couple of things before we begin the Let's Play. Firstly, this is not sponsored. They won't pay me for the... I was going to say a different word, but for the nonsense I'm about to spew, unfortunately. And secondly, this is a preview copy, so it is subject to change. Keep that in mind. I suppose the 0.5 thing I should point out, it is a print and play, so I've had to do arts and crafts, so keep that in mind when you're looking at the quality of it. The artwork may or may not be final, but it will damn sure look better than it does on my crappy printer. Keep that in mind. I have been playing this for most of the afternoon, so I am going to give you a brief shot of how the game works. It's quite quick, quite nice, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. As I say, it is a Scott Almes game, so straight away, if you're like me, your wallet is already crying, and even though I am very, very lucky enough to have my hands on this already, I won't bury the lead. I'm already looking forward to backing it. Yeah. Does that give it away? Anyway, these will be nearby because it is a new game. I've only had it a day, and I might need to just refer to them, but we are kind of set up. The way it goes is you shuffle these. I haven't set this up. You shuffle these. There are 6 different portfolio cards in the base game. Who knows if there's going to be more expansions? I hope so already. Again, only just got it. I'm hoping for expansions. I'll give you a brief look at what they are. Very nice. They make so much sense to you. And at the bottom, this is the end game. So we have to go through 4 rounds, and then we have to complete the Megapark at the end. I will be going over what we're doing. I won't be doing a rules teach because this game's not out. This is a preview. Calm down. You're already getting a treat. Don't push it. I will turn this video around. No, right. So we have 3. We're going to pick that one, and that is going to be the card we're going to use. So at the end of the 4 rounds, we're going to try and complete the Aqua Center. Cool waters and cooler adventures. So we're going to try and build this park at the end, and we'll figure that out when we get to it. You shuffle the cards. Already done that. Not brilliant at shuffling, especially not when it's paper in a sleeve. So, already done that. You get 1 card and you put it to one side, and that goes over the portfolio text, and that just indicates where you are and what kind of card you need to collect at the end of each round. You then deal 4 cards into your deck, so we've got the 4 cards, and then you deal the remaining cards. And they have said the remaining cards, which does kind of give me the hint that they might be doing the expansions. Otherwise, it would have just been put 2 piles of 3 and 1 pile of 4. So, who knows? But you you deal the remaining cards evenly into 3 piles, and then you turn them over to reveal what parks we're trying to build. So, they're all going to be upside down. One of the things that I will just say as I am correcting my mistake and putting everything correctly and nicely together so you can all see it, because I'm good to you. I am so good to you. Is at first I am going to be like so brutally honest with the bits that I didn't like about this game. I didn't like this. I didn't. I just didn't understand what they were going for. It's the backs of the cards. It means nothing. I just didn't understand it. And then the more I played it, the more I like, oh, it's beautiful. I really like it. It is now for my British people, for anyone who is from Britain or has been to Britain and has visited the greatest, most opulent city that we have, Blackpool. So if you're from Britain, you can agree in the comments that Blackpool is the greatest city that we have in Britain. It is basically Las Vegas. And don't ruin this. just agree, just say it. Americans, Blackpool is our Las Vegas. All the British people are going to agree that Blackpool is just as good as Las Vegas. Don't ruin it for me, British people. Don't do this. And as I have played this game, Blackpool is my local sort of like, I go to the beach there quite often, even though it's a couple of hours away. We go and just have a walk and have a look at the pleasure beach. And all of this, all of the artwork, as I'm playing this, I am just getting that I want to be in Blackpool vibe. I want to be here. I'm going to take these cards on a nice sunny day, and I'm going to go to Blackpool, to the beach, by the pleasure beach, get some tiny donuts, because you've got to get tiny donuts when you're at the seaside. I'm going to play this game because this is the footprint. It's beautiful. I could have a coffee and some tiny donuts and my idiot dog over there yelling at people and just play the game. And I think that is a vibe that it's going for. Maybe, I don't know. It's what it's giving me. It makes me feel the joy of the greatest city in Britain. Do not spoil for this for me, British people. Thank you. Right, tangent aside, we have set up for the game. So what we need to do, and I will pick up the entire stack so we don't reveal anything underneath, and we are going to look at the medieval manor. We are going to draw cards from our deck, and we are going to attempt to make this pattern. Now, once you've placed a card in the build area, it's in that park. As far as I'm aware, this is the first preview video. There might be more preview videos with rules corrections and just because I want to play the game more. But once you place the card, it's there. That's the way I've been playing, and that's the way we're going to say it. We have to make this pattern with the patterns on the card itself, okay? There are multiple different ones that we need to do. I'll show you them individually, but I won't be going through this every time. You'll get the gist. We need to make these patterns. If we make these patterns perfectly, if we make them perfectly, we get to use the power. If we don't make them perfectly, we still win. We still get to discard the card and move on. However, we don't get to use the power. So it is kind of in our best interest to try and do our best to do it. But we'll cover something else that I've noticed, which I might be getting wrong. But we'll turn over our first card. Now, we have, and the artwork is just chef's kiss. Who did the artwork? I mean, Scott Almes is just a pain. Sorry if I got your name there wrong, Scott. But every time Scott Almes releases a game, I've got to buy it. I've got more. They just keep coming. Who did the artwork? It's beautiful. Art, Daria Lada, and graphic design, Filipe Popovic. You two are amazing. Right, so our first card. I keep just getting excited by this game. We have a and an opposite he. So we've got a little like corner piece going the opposite ways. Now, I think this is going to be ideal for this park because this is basically, I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it, two corner pieces slapped together. So we'll say, right, we're going to build a park with this one. And that's as far as we go. And that's the game. Tune in next. No, right. Then we draw another card. Now, I'm going to start looking for bits. I think this one could be good in either of these because we've got the little bottom bit. Yes, I'm going to call it the bottom bit. And then we've got the other bottom bit. Yes. So, it could be going either. But for the sake of this one, I'm going to go here. And I've begun to build two parks. Now, they cannot be interchanged. I can't go, oh, actually, I'm going to move this one over there because you're watching. Definitely don't do that when no one's watching. Right. Ooh, I've got the other corner piece. So I am going to be able to do this one if I've thought about this correctly. There we go. Brilliant. So I have managed to match that pattern perfectly, which means I get to reserve this card. What that means is something that I didn't think we were going to be covering until later. I just put it over here and that goes there. Right, that's actually a cheeky bonus, because normally at the end of the game you end up with 5 reserved cards. It looks like I'm going to end up with 6 and win. I'm the best at games. Right, so we have completed this park. So what we would do normally is take that card, put it on these, and put it into our discard pile, which we'll just put kind of off screen there. Didn't think about the discard pile. And then we turn over our final card and try and complete this one. It's not going to happen. I cannot think of a way to make this happen. Now, one of the things that I have questioned, queried, and conundrumed is this pattern here would fit nicely on top of this pattern here and complete that with a little bit of extra. And that's okay, because if there's a little bit of extra, you still complete the park, but you don't get the power. Now, I don't think that you can do that. I think it has to be connecting the orange bits, and that's how we're going to play it. So if I am wrong, I do apologise, but I think it is this is the outline that must be connected. Now, you can cover other bits. You can cover and do it like that. That isn't going to help us in this instance, but you can cover, but you know, I can't make it meet. I can't do the thing. So this doesn't work. But so all that happens with these is they go into our discard pile. Now, this is a little bit of bad news, because what happens here is we have a look, and round 1, we must find a card with purple. They've all got purple, and then we have to reserve one of the purple ones to go onto our Megapark. So what do we think is going to be the best? Probably this one, but that's also removing it from our hand. So we've got the really nice one, which might have been useful later. Do we want to do that? Let's have a quick look, because we can choose any, but it has to have the matching symbol to go into the reserve pile. You have to reserve. So we're kind of dooming ourselves a little bit. We want to keep this one. I think. Do we want to keep this one? It's all bad. None of this is good, because I'm not 100% sure whether we can complete anything. It's not brilliant. Okay, so okie dokie do. I'm going to get rid of this one actually, and then we're going to start again. Now, we don't make any changes, okay? These are the parks that we have, and we just have to keep going. So, we turn over one of our cards. I am going to go for this one. I think this is the way forward. I think we're going to go for this one. So we've got 3 attempts to get this one in its entirety. So far, and this is it. We've got one final card which we can pop in there, which means we do complete it with an extra diddly little bit. So we don't get to use the power, but we do get the card, and we're just burning on 3 cards now, because now we have to discard one with green on, and we only have 1 card with green on, as indicated on our portfolio. So you get to go into our reserve, and we move down to round 3. Oh dear. Right, round 3. Again, don't change, but let's have a go. Okay, doos. Is that one going to be useful for this new pattern? Should we have a look at the new pattern? I don't think it is. If we look at this, I don't think we can make that work. We might be able to make it work. We desperately want to try and complete 2 parks, but I just can't see that happening. If we can complete any of these and get a super special power, that'd be nice, but we have to make a choice. I think we'll go here. I'm going to go there. And then, you beans. Yes, best at games. So we've managed to match the pattern perfectly. Add this card to an existing park. Do not start a new park. Less good. We don't have an existing one. So all we get to do there is discard it in its entirety. You should be the other way up. And then that's going to the discard pile. And then we've got 1 here. Okay. So one of the things that I really should rules clarify here is at the end. So, ending the round. When the deck is empty or all stacks are empty, complete the following to end the round. Discard any remaining cards in the building area. Done. Choose one or more cards in your discard pile to reserve and place them face down with other reserve cards. Right, so we have to choose one, but we only have 4, so we are just burning on 3 at the moment. This is fine, and it has to be a yellow and a blue. We don't have a yellow and a blue, so we can pick a yellow or a blue. Which one's going to be the best? Which one's going to be the most useful for us now? That's the question. Are any of you useful? Not really. Not really at all. Okay. I think if we get rid of this one, it's a yellow, we can put you in the reserve, and then we start again. We are on to the final round. So round 4, you do this 4 times. In expert mode, you would delete points or add points, because it's a like golf, lowest score wins is this, for every card you had less in the stack. We're not playing expert mode. No, we're not. Right, so first one, we have the dibbles. I think the dibbles are going to be useful to us. So these dibbles there are going to be useful. These are going to be less useful. Do we want to use them anyway? Maybe. I might use these dibbles anyway to show you a little bit of a conundrum that you might not be overly happy with. But we'll do it anyway. So, to get this here, I just need to put that there. It doesn't matter that there's an extra one. It doesn't matter at all. For all intents and purposes, as far as I can tell, I could put that there and we'd still win. We just wouldn't get the power. And that's okay. But I think I like it cleaner that. It's like, yeah, I didn't quite make it, but I made it close enough, if that makes sense. Because that's one additional icon. Well, that's 3 additional icons, and that is still, as far as I can tell in the rules, acceptable. Not sure how I feel about that, but we'll touch upon that in a bit. Now, I did complete that. I didn't get the secret power, so now I have to discard a red and 3 green. No, not 3 greens. Red and green. So anything with red and green, no, so red or green. I'm going to take the big boy. Okay. Now, this is where the points come in. All of these, so anything that was left in your hand, any parks, unless you're playing on expert mode, because then the remaining parks do have something to do, but all of these go away. We are now playing silly buggers. We are now doing the Megapark. We have to make this Space Invaders looking thing with these cards. So we have 6 cards. Yes, that's correct. I was like, why do we have 6? But that is correct because we got the additional power. We have 6 cards to make that pattern. We can do this in any order. We are allowed to rearrange them to our heart's content, and we have to try and make that pattern as close as possible. So straight away, I'm going to put the boy like that. Oh, it's so annoying because if I could chop the cards up, this card could go on here and fit in there, and then that would be perfect because this boy would go over that side. And I don't know whether that is allowed because that would go in perfectly like that. And then I'd be able to put that one in the middle. Can you see? Because that one would go there. And then, because that would be that, I'd have one thing left to put on, and I could just put that boy there, and everything would be A-OK. But I don't think it works like that. So let's see if we can build this properly. Right, we're going to put you there. We are going to, ooh, beans straight away. Put you there. Put you there. Now, talk amongst yourself, children. This could take some time. I'm going to put you kind of there-ish, maybe? We need a nipple in the middle. How are we going to get a nipple in the middle? We could put you there. Oh, yes. Daddy likes. Is anyone following what mess I'm doing here at the moment? We have... Oh, what? That was one more. So we need them two. Yes. So we've done this bit. Then it needs a space and a leg. So there. Yeah. Yes. 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 So we've done this bit in the corner. That's all we've done. Now, how are we going to get other cards on top of this to fit? We've done this bit in the corner, and we've got that bit to go there. Maybe this one could go here. Put you there. Okay. Come on. Somehow I need to tuck this in all of that. Maybe we don't put that there. Now, this could take me a while. I'm not sure whether it's doable. I'm kind of sure somebody watching has already gone, oh, you just put the dragon on the train on the rocket ship and it's completed, you fool. I can't figure it out. Now, I can cover icons up, so that's okay. Maybe if we do that. Ooh, have we cracked it? No. Put that. Oh, wait. I'm a genius. I'm 7 geniuses. I'm not a genius. I've got it wrong. Beans. Unless I put that there. Hold on. Hold your giblets. I could literally be 7 geniuses in a trench coat right now. What was I going to do? Put this guy there? Maybe? That guy go in there? But then where does this guy go? Who are you people? Why are you following me? Right, I am nowhere near getting this. I'm not going to do a time lapse as I try and figure this out. I am going to swiftly move on to final thoughts. This is kind of difficult to do, especially when I'm trying to... He's just doing it again. He hasn't stopped. He said he was going to do his final thoughts. Then he's picked it back up and he's just continued. Will he just tell me whether to buy the damn thing or not? Ooh, that works. And there, and then we can slide this guy under here. Yeah, I'm going to get to the final thoughts. They're very important. Everyone needs final thoughts in their lives. Oh, it goes there like that. Wait a minute. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, he's a genius. Oh, he's crazy, but he might be able to do this. Wait, is that too many? No, yes. Then we just need to get some legs in there somewhere. Where do we need to get legs in? Hold up. Down to the next episode. We need many legs. Many legs. We needed many legs. Right, I'm stopping there because I need many legs. I think this one needs to just be over 1. Like that. And that's a leg? And you're not a leg? Who's a leg? Anyway, I could be doing this for days and you don't want this. So, the game. It's very, very swingy. The game is very, very swingy. If I am interpreting the rules correctly, which I hope I am, then it is, you might have seen at the end there, incredibly thinky. Some of the powers are incredibly good. I'm not going to spoil them all. The replayability, yes. Now, in the base game, you do have 6 different megaparks, okay? So you've got 6 different megaparks, or 6 different portfolios to build the megaparks. So it means there's at least 6 times that you can play it and it'll be different. With the setup, you've got your 15 additional cards, obviously, all your different parks, and the artwork is just to die for. I would literally have some of these as posters on my wall. Button Shy, Scott Almes, person who did the art, who so sorry that I've forgotten your name already, shout you out again, art, Daria Lada. I would have this as a poster. I would genuinely have this as a poster, okay? I would have Lands of Amazement, Scott Almes is going to bankrupt me. Just saying, if he keeps making games, I'm going to keep spending money. Now, we tend to try and do a bit of a rating on the channel these days. However, as it is a preview first look, we're not going to give it a rating. I like it. I am very, very excited for the Kickstarter. I'm very, very, very excited to get my grubby little mitts on a real version of this. I will be backing this day one because it is beautiful. I've even grown to love the back of the cards, even though at first I was like, oh, it ruins it. So they did grow on me. Everything about it is adorable and beautiful, and I'm waffling. This has been Lands of Amazement. You have been incredibly patient if you've made it this far. This is coming soon to Kickstarter. Just go to Button Shy and just, give them your email so you can find out when this is coming out. This is not an ad.